Hello everyone, welcome to another video on the channel. A few weeks ago we did a video on the Group 4 FF cars and decided to see if through the balance of performance we could actually make those cars more competitive. So in this video we're going to take a look at another car that a lot of people believe is in requirement for some work, and that is the Group 3 Ferrari, the Italia 458 Italia GT3 car. Now anyone that's driven this car in any race that's got some tyre wear will be familiar with the footage that's on the screen at the moment. Very quickly the rear end becomes absolutely tail happy. Car tries to repeatedly kill you in every corner, and then eventually you'll have a moment like this where death is confirmed in the Ferrari. Now the reason that I decided to make a video on this is that in the build up to the recent FIA Nations race, I think it was round 2, it was Group 3 cars at Brands Hatch, and in a practice lobby I decided to take out the Ferrari, and it did not go very well. Whilst I never had any major incidents, the back end was so skittish that I ended up going so slow. I'd been better off in the Group 4 Ferrari, to be perfectly honest with you. The settings for that race were tyre wear at times 11 and fuel at times 5. So all the footage you're about to see from that is going to be under those settings as we see if we can find a cure for the Ferrari's tail happiness. Now obviously the big problem with that is that the rear tyres wear out and we get some stability issues. Now the Ferrari's stability is at 5.8, so we're just taking a look at some other MR cars in the game, and you can see that the Audi had stability at 5.8, the Golf GTI's got stability at 6, the Porsche, which we know is a very stable car, has stability at 6, and finally the RCZ, which is very stable as well, has a stability at 6.1. Now for me, the Ferrari should be aiming to be like the car we have on the screen. This is the Audi R8 at the same settings as we mentioned earlier. So that's fuel at times 5 and tyre wear at times 10. And all footage is going to be done on the racing medium tyre. Now the Audi is well known for being a little bit tail happy as well, but it's certainly much more manageable than the Ferrari. But to me this is what the Ferrari should be like. It should be a handling car. Should be able to use that mid-engine balance to sort of manipulate it round the course and carry a lot of speed through the corners, and that's what you can do in the Audi. The Audi seems quite poised. It can bite you in the backside if you try to push it too hard round the corners. In this run here we actually have an instant on lap 4, so you can see we've had 23, mid 23s, but lap 4 was a 25.0, so that's the way that I believe the Ferrari should be. It should be very fast, good handling, but able to sort of bite if you try and push it too much or try and take too many liberties. So the Audi finishing time there and sort of lap times will be the benchmark for our fix, if you like. So here's the Ferrari's BOP settings. It is 525 brake horsepower and 1300 kilograms. So our first attempt to fix the BOP is we're going to reduce the weight by 37 kilograms and reduce the brake horsepower by 11. Obviously lighter car should help that rear tyre wear, give it slightly better handling, and less power should put less load through the rear tyres at acceleration zones and hopefully save those tyres. So this was an attempt at doing that same run that the Audi had done in the Ferrari with those BOP settings. Now it's the footage where we've seen the car stepping out, that was with the original BOP, or the in-game BOP if you like, and we were sort of struggling to keep it in the 24s with that, along with struggling to keep it on the track. So this definitely seemed like a bit of a step forward, but as you're about to see, the car's still very tail happy and very easy to lose the rear end. We never did anything particularly wrong there, but the back end slides round and around we go. Now we had a few attempts with those settings, and the result was that we actually spun out each time, so further work was to be done. So back to the drawing board, and we'll see what we can come up with next. So we've taken another percentage of weight off the car, so we've reduced the weight down to 1251 from 1263. So let's see how we get on with that. So we're just going to jump all the way forward to lap 5. Again, this felt like a good step forward. Car much more manageable. Certainly still got some sliding at the rear, but a lot easier to catch, a lot more predictable if you like. And able to keep the car on track without too many problems, and complete the 5-lap run, but we're still lacking pace if you like. We're a good second per lap slower than the Audi. So again, back to the drawing board. I did some more fiddling about with the power ratios and the weight reduction ratios. I even tried increasing the weight, thinking of maybe there's a bit more pressure on the rear, or weight on the rear might increase the stability. But I came to the conclusion that through just the power and weight settings, I was not going to get the car where I needed. So in order to try and get that back end stable, pinned to the ground a bit more, I increased the rear downforce by 25 points, which works out, I think, around about 4% extra downforce on the rear. Now, that doesn't seem like that much, given how much the back end like to step out in the Ferrari. I thought this would be a step in the right direction, but I was quite surprised with just how much an effect that had on the car. So we're going to just fast forward here through the 5 laps, and then we'll jump on board for the 5th lap, and we'll talk about how much better the car is in this state, and whether we have got the car to where we need it to be. So a shame that I couldn't get the car where I wanted it to be just through the power and weight ratio settings. But that back end was just too ropey, and we had to do something a little bit further just to try and get it settled. And just by adding 25 points of rear downforce, as I said, around about 4%, look at the transformation in the car. Mid 23s, identical to what the Audi was doing, and as we come on to lap 5 here, tyre wear much reduced on the rear, and we're still able to throw the car into the corners with a lot more confidence we could previously. So yeah, the car feels absolutely transformed now. It's still got a little bit of rear sliding, as you see. We'll go into this corner here, the back end still got a bit of rotation there, but much more manageable, easy to control, and obviously that's one of sort of the advantage of the MR cars, is you can get that sort of slight little bit oversteer to get the car rotated, and that's why they're very, very good when it comes to the handling circuits. So quite a lot of work done to the Ferrari here to get it to where we needed it to be. Now, there's obviously other ways of doing that. It would be quite interesting just to see what the car is like with its in-game BOP with just the increased rear downforce. But again, it just goes to show that with a little bit of work, PD could take some cars that are in the game that are just not used, because this is the big thing about the Ferrari. You very, very rarely see it getting used in anything that's got any tyre wear. You very rarely see it in any kind of FIA race. Because even the very best players in the game have trouble with this car and its in-game BOP. Now, there is one player out there who pretty much proves everything that I say in this video wrong, but that player is just not normal, so I don't think the sort of normal rules count for him. After I had made the footage for this video, I was sitting watching some streams, and TRL Lightning did one of the top split races, and I think he was trolling everyone because he turned up in this car here and promptly went on to win the race in probably the fastest time that I've seen. So the conclusion there could be that it's not the car that's the problem, it's the driver, but it takes a very special driver in this car to get that kind of performance from it. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this little project here. As I say, I just do these things for a little bit of fun. It's quite interesting just to see that quite small changes can kind of completely transform the car. I think the Ferrari 458 Italia Group 3 car is a car that PD should do some work on to get it a bit more into the game. An iconic name like Ferrari, the car should be getting good use in the game, but it's just not the case with the Group 3 Ferrari at the moment. Anyway, I shall end the video there. Thank you very much for watching. If you've made it this far, hit that like button. I would appreciate it very much. It'll help the channel out. Anyway, thanks for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.